Hey everyone, happy Thursday and welcome to our Thursday night Facebook Live. I'm Alyssa, nutritionist and owner of Soul Food Nutritionista, and tonight we are diving into the cold and flu and your gut. So I don't know about you, but when I was really struggling with my gut health, I was sick all the time. And so it's interesting because every single November when I was growing up, right from when I was an infant up until about 3 or 4 years ago, I was getting bronchitis or pneumonia every single November. It sucked. It was absolutely horrible. Sore throat, the chills, then hot flushes. It was just the phlegm, the coughing, couldn't breathe. Like, it was just terrible. It was just terrible. So, the thing is that your gut and your immune system, they're like best buddies. They go hand in hand. And so since you're struggling with your gut, there's a good chance that you find yourself getting sick really easily. And so tonight we're going to talk about why that is, what you can do about it. I'm going to show you my absolute favorite go-to product for kicking colds. I'm telling you, I'm really pumped about this. I get super passionate about this product. Not associated with them in any way, shape, or form. It's just worked that well for me. My cat is like zipping around the house right now, super pumped. She's that excited about this supplement. Okay, so let's dive in here because as I said, you guys are probably experiencing getting sick really easily, getting nervous when you have to go to parties or functions and someone's coughing or sneezing and you're the type of person that's like, oh my God, get away from me. I know I'll catch that for sure. So let's dive in here. We often think about symptoms of our gut being, the common ones like gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. And not very often do we realize that there's many other symptoms that can be directly correlated to an unhappy gut. So I'm going to give you some examples of what that looks like. So if you have any sort of skin issues like acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, this all goes back to our gut. And it's funny because we think, oh, well, like my skin's breaking out, it's a skin issue, right? Wrong. Not always. There's something deeper going on. And remember, your gut is like the hub of your body. It's like the foundation of your house. And so it often always leads back to the gut. So skin issues is one, but also hormone issues. And I'm super duper pumped, guys. This is a little bit of a teaser here, but I have an amazing, amazing colleague of mine who is going to be coming on, and we're going to be doing sort of a guest interview with her in a very few short weeks, and we're going to be talking all about hormones and your gut. So I'm really pumped about that because you guys are just going to absolutely love her. But hormone issues can be linked to your gut. You may or may not have known that. In fact, it's really common that we see IBS and endometriosis linked. They often go hand in hand. So if you're experiencing things like PCOS, thyroid issues, anything like that, it goes back to the gut. We need to talk about your gut health. Obviously, if you have, the IBS, Crohn's colitis, classic type symptoms, we got to talk about your gut. So it goes way beyond just those typical symptoms. Itchiness, dry skin, itchy eyes, nose, ears, bum. These are classic symptoms of your gut. And that also includes your immune system. So if you're getting sick all the time, and that's what we're focusing on tonight. So why is it that your gut is connected to your immune system? Well, here's the thing. Studies are showing that 70 and even up to 80% of your immune cells reside in the gut. So what that means is if your gut isn't happy, your immune system's not going to be happy. So that's why if you're finding yourself getting sick so frequently, it makes sense because you're hanging out in this group. I imagine your gut ain't too happy either. So these two things go hand in hand. So when we talk about supporting the immune system, obviously all of our gut talk still applies, so continue supporting your gut. Tonight we're going to focus on some other things too that can support both, okay? All right, suggestion number one, tip number one. We got to talk about probiotics. And I know we have this conversation a lot, and you might have even seen me commenting and responding quite a few times to many of you guys that are inquiring about probiotics. And the thing is that I can't tell you one specific probiotic for everyone, because each and every single one of you guys requires different strains of bacteria. And I don't know what's going on in your poop, okay? I don't know what's going on in your gut until we start working closer together. So I can't answer the question, what probiotics should you be taking? I don't know. I don't know enough about you. But what I can tell you is that probiotics are really important for supporting your immune system. And they do a couple of different cool things. So first and foremost, they obviously help you to digest your foods. They're also like bouncers at the door, keeping bad bacteria out of the gut. And that's important too, because we're talking about fighting bacteria, supporting your immune system. So your probiotics play a really key role in strengthening your immune system. The other thing that they're going to do though is help to balance the pH in your gut, and this will help to reduce inflammation, and it makes it a more friendly environment for your immune cells to thrive. And that is really, really critical. Now, I will just say here, probiotics on their own are not going to fix everything. Everyone is raving about probiotics today. Everyone thinks probiotics are the be-all end-all. And the truth is that they're super important for you. Don't get me wrong. But please, for the love of God, don't go home and just try a probiotic and then message me here and be like, probiotics don't work. It's not that probiotics don't work, it's that you need some other support too, okay? So again, I don't want you to put all your eggs in one basket and get super excited thinking probiotics on their own are gonna fix this whole issue. We've got to get a complete system in place, which is why I usually recommend more than one thing at a time, because there's never gonna be one, one cure-all. All right, so probiotics are really important for supporting your immune system, your gut, your mood, all of that stuff. So get them in there. All right, we got some hellos coming in. Hey Trina, hey Tanis, Mary Lou, hello. Alrighty, let's talk about my second recommendation. This is the one I get super jazzed about, and this is the reason why. As I said, I used to suffer with bronchitis or pneumonia every single winter. It was absolutely terrible. It was terrible. And the thing is that I knew as soon as I started feeling a scratchy throat, I was done in. I knew it was a slippery slope downhill from there. And typically it meant that I was going to be recovering for at least a month, sometimes two. So there were years where, I'd lose my voice completely and I'd be hacking a lung. It was just terrible. And we'd get right up to Christmas, and Christmas morning would roll around and I looked like death, and it was just horrible. And it wasn't until it was 3 or 4 years ago that I discovered this product, and I've been taking it since, and I completely got rid of my bronchitis. I don't get sick. It's November. I feel completely fine today. And so this product I'm going to show you is great for both preventing and, dare I say, curing any sort of common cold. So let's chat about it in a little bit more detail here. Now, I have so much to say about this product. Oh my God. All right, slow down and get your thoughts together, Alyssa. So the product I'm going to show you, I'm hoping the glare is going to cooperate. So A. Vogel's Echinoforce Extra. A. Vogel's Echinoforce Extra. Such an amazing product. So it's an echinacea product. So I'm going to just address a few questions right away off the top. If you are on any sort of medication, or for any of you that are in this group that are having, on medication for Crohn's or colitis, even if you're on medications for other ailments, you need to check with your pharmacist to ensure that echinacea does not interact with your medications. All right? Promise me you're going to do that. Promise you're going to do it. You got to go check and make sure that it doesn't interact with your medications. Okay? All right. So here's the thing. This product is unlike any other echinacea on the market. Sure, there's a lot of echinaceas, and you could just go buy another echinacea, but it has not even going to come close to touching this product. So there's actually 10 different types of echinacea, and 3 are really used for medicinal purposes and have been heavily researched to help support your immune system. The one that is most heavily researched is Echinacea purpurea, and that is what this product is, okay? Now, it's interesting because they use the full plant, both the root and the leaves and the stem. So really important that we use full plant, because every single part of the plant is going to give you a different benefit. But the reason I get most excited about this product is that studies have shown, third-party studies have shown, that this product will reduce your symptoms by up to 80%. That is huge. If you are feeling like a bag of shit, wouldn't it be nice to feel 80% better? Right? Yeah, absolutely. So 80% better. The other thing is it's been clinically shown to reduce and shorten the duration of your cold by up to 3 days. Wouldn't you like to get better faster? Have you ever been like what feels like on your deathbed, curled up in the blankies, being like, for the love of God, I just want to feel better? And you're praying for something like this. I'm telling you, this product has changed my life. So I'll tell you what it looks like. They look like these little chalky tabs, and you just pop them back, chew them up. It's a little chalky, but so effective. So by chewing it up, it's getting right into the saliva, right into the blood system right away. It's going to make your tongue tingle a little bit. That's completely normal. So do make sure you check out this product. So we're looking at both preventing by taking it daily in a smaller dose, and if you end up getting a cold, the trick is to get taking this product as soon as you start feeling any sort of symptom, any sniffy nose, scratchy throat, anything like that. Start taking this product and do the dose that's on the bottle for treatment. So you're going to be taking it more frequently throughout the day to help get rid of that cold. I have prevented many colds from actually coming. I felt them coming. I start taking the Echinoforce, and then it's gone, which is such a super exciting feeling. All right, so Mary Lou says, where can you get out? After the video, can you give me the whole name? Yeah, so what I'll do, guys, because it's probably tough to see because of the glare, I will type in the comments the name of the product with a picture, and so you guys know exactly what to go hunt down. So amazing product. Again, I'm super excited about it. All right, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the food that you're eating. I know so many of you guys are feeling intimidated and overwhelmed by what the heck to eat, and sometimes you're scared to eat at all, sometimes you're just resorting to your safe foods, and then other times you're like, screw it, none of it's working anyways, I'm gonna eat whatever I want, right? So the food topic feels pretty sensitive right to begin with. And now we're talking about helping to support your immune system, and when you're sick or fighting a cold, food comes back up, but the anxiety is already there and it feels overwhelming. So I'm going to talk to you tonight about a really simple food group that you can add in every day, on an everyday basis, but also especially when you're sick and trying to fight something. Because we're working with gut issues and your immune system, we want to focus on easy to digest foods. And my absolute favorite food to eat is soup. This might seem really silly, might seem too simple, or you might think, well, that's not fancy enough of an answer, but I'm telling you guys, soups are so healing for your gut. But I'm gonna have you add one really important special ingredient into your soup, which is going to help to repair the gut lining. Okay. Marilyn says, thank you, because I could not see it because of the glare. For sure, guys, I'll get that posted for you. Brittany says, food talk, massive anxiety for sure. Absolutely, and you guys aren't alone. I've got, I can't remember exactly what week it is. It's in a couple of weeks from now, we're gonna be talking about the 3 golden rules to choosing your foods. And so we're gonna be diving into that topic in much more detail. So that'll be a really exciting night that we dive into that topic, because it's the #1 thing that I hear from you guys is, what the heck do I eat? So Back to soups. Soups are so easy to digest because they're somewhat pre-digested. And so I really enjoy any type of soup. There's no right or wrong here. Whether you want to keep it nice and basic and have a nice light vegetable soup, or then maybe even start to get into a little bit more of a heartier soup like a pumpkin or squash or carrot blended soup, which is really going to help to bind your stools if you have diarrhea, whether you're sick or not. Either is totally fine. What I will say is stay away from the dairy in your soup, so no creams, no milks, or anything like that. And stay away from, what was I going to say? Oh, noodles. That's what I was going to say. So stay away from, adding noodles and any sort of glutinous grain into your soups. Keep it nice and simple. Your carbs could be, again, sweet potato, squash, pumpkin, and you can add an element of protein in there, so chicken, or if you can tolerate beef, you could, I don't know if you'd add fish really into a soup, I'm not a fish eater, or just adding hemp parts on top of your soup for a good source of protein. And then of course your base of vegetables or broth, what have you. All right, now here's the secret ingredient you want to add into all of your soups, my friend. You want to add in, is it easier to see from back here or here? Okay, I'll post this one too. So this is a gelatin powder. The brand that I have is Great Lakes. You can get this whether you're in the States or Canada. For those who are outside of North America, if you're wondering about a brand, shoot the brand name into the group and I can double check and make sure it's a good brand option for you. But Great Lakes gelatin is a really, really great product to be adding into your soups. So it's really super easy. You're going to want to whisk it in though so that it doesn't clump and gel up too quickly. But adding this into your soups is going to give you a good source of protein, vitamins and minerals, but also is super rich in nutrients that help to repair and heal the gut lining. And listen guys, there's no doubt that your gut lining needs help, all right? And when you are sick, we need to support your gut because that is what's in part causing you to be sick. So easy to digest foods are going to ensure that you're getting the nutrients that you need easily and quickly so that you can repair and heal. And we're going to do so with some gut healing foods so that we can prevent it from reoccurring. Okay, so Petra's saying, hi all, I'm late. I love soup, but lentils trigger my IBS. So such a great point. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this again in a couple of weeks when we dive into the 3 golden rules to choosing your foods. But what I'm going to say tonight is it's really important that you customize foods for your individual body. I don't very often share what I eat because when I do, the number one thing, there's always at least one person who private messages me or emails me and says, well, you are dead wrong because my doctor says I can't eat those foods. Or when I eat that food, I nearly shit my pants, so you are dead wrong. And honestly, it's not whether I'm right or wrong, it's this food works for my body. And I want you to eat the foods that work for your body because my body is different than yours. And I have worked really hard to heal my gut. So the foods that I eat today are very different than, well, not very different, but are different than what I was eating when I was healing my gut. So it looked a little bit different. I can tolerate lentils today. They don't bother me. But had I had those 4 years ago, I'd be tooting up a storm. So what I'll say is always, always make modifications and take pieces of information and help apply them by modifying them to meet your body's individual needs. So if lentils or beans don't work for you, that is a-okay with me. No problem. Let's just keep them out. If chicken would work better as a source of protein for you, or fish, or steak or beef, if you can tolerate, if that's not too hard on your tummy, then absolutely, just swap it out. But I'm so glad that you guys are really recognizing which foods aren't agreeing with you. So keep honoring that, keep listening to that, and I will absolutely support you in making those modifications for each and every one of you so that you have a customized maximum nutrition plan for yourself, okay? All right. So Brittany said, would vegan gelatin work? There's no such thing. There's no such thing as vegan gelatin. What there is products that create a gel-like consistency to mimic gelatin in recipes. So I'll give you an example. Agar is a seaweed, and it replaces gelatin. You can make like Jello products out of it, but it doesn't have that same gut healing properties that actual gelatin does. So if you are a vegan and you're looking for a vegan version of gut healing, truthfully, there's no collagen or gelatin replacement. In this case, I would say stick to zinc. Okay, so zinc would be a really great nutrient that you can add into your world that helps to repair the gut lining. That's something that you probably need to supplement, but things like pumpkin seeds are also high in zinc. So there is no vegan swap for gelatin or collagen, and this is where I will just bring some attention to this, because some people go into health food stores and there are some products that are very deceiving that say collagen support. And so a lot of people think that that means that it's a collagen product, but it's not. I'll give you an example. I'll be more specific. Lorna Vanderhaeg, she has a whole supplement line, and she has a product called Collagen Support. And it's not a collagen supplement. It is nutrients that help to boost your collagen production in the body. Very, very different. So just don't be confused by that if you're looking for that type of product in a health food store. Okay, how much gelatin should you use? Great question. It really just depends on how big a batch you're making. Sometimes what I'll do to make sure that I'm getting a real good dose of gelatin every time I'm eating the soup is I typically will make a big batch of soup on a Sunday that I, ride out through the week. And so I'll make this big batch of soup, put it in the fridge, and when I go to have a bowl, I'll take just enough out and put it in a small pot to heat up for my lunch. And I'll add a tablespoon of the gelatin into that soup. So I'm getting a full tablespoon when I eat the soup. So that means I'm getting a real good dose of the gelatin, and 1 tablespoon actually gives you 11 grams of protein, which is awesome, super awesome. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I hope this was super duper helpful. Listen, your immune system is just as important as your gut health, and your gut health has a lot to do with your immune system. So we really can't talk about one without the other. And it's also probably, again, why you're experiencing cold and flu-like symptoms so easily, because your tummy is weak. So we are going to continue to work on helping you fix your gut, and in doing so, we can also support you guys with your immune system. So be sure to check out the Echina Force Extra by A. Vogel. Again, I'll share the link in the comments below here, as well as Prairie Naturals Gelatin, and these are 2 really great things that you can add in, and of course our probiotics. How can we not talk about our probiotics? Okay guys, I hope you have an awesome night and an amazing weekend. If you are in Canada like I am, stay warm, friends. Stay warm. We'll see you next week. Bye.